Now, when we say, we also define what conflict is. We give people the 3 things they're doing that are probably undermining their success in conflict on the team. We also give them 2 magic ingredients that can turn around conflict in an instant. And we usually give practical tools that they can use to handle a conflict successfully.
We also like to engage. One thing that we're pretty good at is being very immediate. So we'll be kind of reading the audience and sort of figure out, okay, what could we do here that would get them up and engaging with each other and get them coming back and talking to us so we can use it. So what are the real examples of how this shows up in your business? Let's get you up and do this experience with each other and then talk about it. So I love it when we can do that. And
so while we have a structure, we don't have a canned talk, so we can move and flow with whatever's in the room. And that's also when we come to an event, we like to come early to meet the people, so we get what are the hot topics that they're struggling with, so we can infuse that into the talk. Yeah. We also have a talk called Beauty and Conflict, which is when we actually talk to women and professional women who may struggle having a strong voice and speaking up in their organization. And so we talk about how can you disagree and still feel okay, especially when you're dealing with positions of power. Because women are more likely to avoid conflict or, smooth it over. And we want women to have a strong voice and be assertive and influence their organizations. So we like to speak to women's organizations, professional organizations, and a lot of companies have women's groups that want to support women.
Relationship dynamics, team dynamics, it's the same whether you're on a team really in the business or whether you're in your marriage. Both these the principles are pretty much the same. And if you can get them and apply them, you can change, become more real in your own relationships wherever they are. And so that's what we hear most often. Oh, I went back and applied this right away. And it made a difference. I learned something that I never thought. I've struggled with that person for forever. I mean, one guy today said, I got the book and I got to use it with the one guy I had the most conflict with almost right away. And it made a difference. And I was like, okay, perfect. That's the thing we love.
The audience takeaway is they get, wow, I get that this is so powerful for me at work and at home, and I've got concrete tools and concepts. I never thought about conflict that way, because most people are trying to get rid of it versus how can I use it. So we really help them shift their mental construct while giving them practical tools that they can use right away.
Yeah,
it's very powerful.
Well, yes, and that's true. And then, Chris Marie, you do like to do inspirational speaking.
I do my Olympic talk because I'm an Olympic athlete, and so I do an Olympic keynote where I'm really helping people believe in themselves, believe in what they can do, and make things happen and pull people together to make their dreams come true. So it was
a dental group convention, but they came with their wives and their husbands. So and we talked about relationships because that was what they, we don't want to just talk about our business. This is, and so, but we kind of gathered that from, we were like, well, who all's there? And they said, and so we came and talked about that. So because it made more sense.
And we actually, our next book that's coming out is about couples. And it's taking these same concepts and it's how do you actually deal with conflict in your couple, which is why often when associations have events, we'll speak to the couples that show up. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, so we do have a variety of things.
Yes.